Hello and welcome to another update video about Polkadot. Yeah, DOT has done what it needs to do. We talked about it in the last few videos, that we reached our target range, our white box down there, and actually that also in this downtrend, DOT completed everything it needed to complete. Yeah, even the wave count is complete. Even the micro count is complete. So I'm very happy if DOT starts to turn around. We've seen already on the smaller time frames, we're going to take a look at that in a minute, a bit of a turnaround. Yeah, it's not really a clear bottoming structure. I mean, it sort of is, but I just cannot really very clearly give you a high confidence micro count yet, but it's starting to look promising. Only a few days ago, I posted on Twitter our More Crypto Online newsletter link, and in that newsletter we compared our forecast from like 2 months ago for DOT and where DOT was, and I indicated only in that newsletter that basically we fulfilled all the downside expectations. 2 months ago we highlighted this white box as ideal target, and obviously in the last few videos within that box we talked about the $3.60 level, the long-term support. So I mean, the last structural support it really has. So ideally it's turning around here. At least at the moment, I have no reason to believe that it needs another low. If it can break out, that's another question. We're going to talk about that in this video. DOT long-term chart, bit concerning, only 3 waves up here of the, 2020 lows. Only 3 waves up. We still count it as a wave 1, because the move down looks like a 3-wave structure with a C wave nearly complete. But just be aware that I don't like the beginning here. But we talked about that in previous updates. So that's just something to note. But nevertheless, we are tracking here an overall bullish scenario still on the DOT chart. And we can see that DOT moved in this price channel in 5 waves. The 5th wave could be indeed complete. It is the strongest rally we see now since June. And definitely it had a chance here. It had a chance here to break out already. Well, maybe not initially, but it could have held support. And that it didn't do that. Okay, but now we have another chance. And now it tries again to break out. DOT already broke out of this descending trend line, which I indicated to you would be the first indication that something more bullish is going on here. So that is happening. And then you can see also here how this 5th wave in a very complex correction was completed. And even in this last wave down, ABC, we actually had in the C wave 5 waves down. So the analysis definitely told us that we have to expect here a bounce. We see it now. And what I cannot give you is a very clear microstructure, but I would argue we have a possible 5-wave move up. It's just not very clear. It could also be interpreted just as a 3-wave move. That's what I don't like. So I cannot really give you a clear micro count. But if we have, as soon as we have a top in place, I will indicate the next micro support for the next possible setup. But this here obviously is long-term support already, where the price should turn around. If it then rallies impulsively and pulls back for the first time in a corrective pullback, then I will add another micro support area to trade, potentially here this 3rd wave to the upside, not to the outside, to the upside. And yeah, it would be good to get to the outside of this trend channel here, because we've got this descending trend channel and the price ultimately needs to break above the descending trend line. This will be the next task for the bulls. That would have quite bullish implications, because this trend channel has been with the price since February, or at least it was the starting point. I mean, at the time there, you couldn't draw a channel, but we could start to draw a channel. I think it was sort of in June. But breaking above this large channel will have bullish implications. Now, there are also these previous swing high X waves that need to be taken out. The next one is at $4.31, and then we've got one at $4.81. These will be the next resistances. So yeah, we won't really have a very clear idea if it has really bottomed until we can really see that wave 2 pullback. That wave 2 pullback could form eventually an inverse head and shoulders pattern, So you see that here, neckline. If it forms the right shoulder, you've got a very, very nice inverse head and shoulders pattern. So looks like the left shoulder would have been a bit more of a complex one. The head looks good. Yeah, and the right shoulder is what this wave 2 could build. So that's something to watch. Neckline could be here, where we're currently stopping at around $4.20, or what we can also say is possibly it's actually here. Yeah, so a little higher, around $4.30, because we've got here these touch points, okay, and we could push a little higher in one, pull back, and take off. That's what I'm watching. Yeah, that's what I can tell you at the moment about DOT. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.